Practice day today for the NCAA men's hockey regional here. It started with Air Force, then Boston College, followed by Maine, and finally the defending national champs from the University of Minnesota Duluth. Hibbing comes in at 1-3, Virginia at 2-2. Great opportunity for anyone who wants to learn how to paddle to pick up the sport. Waiting for the chance to pull the pin on the new season. I got Jack right here with me, and Jack, that one bounced to home plate, so you're looking to do a little bit better than that when you throw out the first pitch tonight at the Queen's Club. And mountain bikers from all over the Midwest agree Spirit Mountain has opened the door to the great outdoors in the sport they love. See what happens with this year's Hawks. They're off to a great start, 7-0 after tonight. For now, from Hermantown, I'm Eric Gullickson, KQDS Fox 21 Sports. Over the last 3 years, Two Harbors native Ryan Meinke has been running on a rough road.
Halloween 2010, I had an accidental drug and alcohol overdose. I went into a coma for 4 days.
Ryan was taken to Regents Hospital in St. Paul and given a slim chance to live.
That was one of the most frightening things in my life.
Walking into that room and seeing our son on life support was the hardest thing that I've ever been through by far. It's hard to explain the terror that we were in.
But despite the diagnosis,
I came out of it. I was able to speak almost instantly. I think within about 2 days, I was learning to walk again with the help of my father and my sister.
It was a miracle, I believe.
Ryan's path back was slow and steady.
The doctors compared it to coming out of major surgery. It was very hard for me at first. I was really weak, both mentally and physically.
6 months later, Ryan was nearly back to normal when his mental recovery took another hit.
I was really coming back into myself, and I heard the news of my cousin. He committed suicide.
When most would have turned back, the loss of his cousin changed Ryan's course for the best.
First thing I did was go for a run, just to kind of clear my head. And at that point, I struggled to run 1 mile. You know, it was really tough. Ever since then, I've just kind of been running. You know, it's really inspired me.
It prompted Ryan to complete his first Gary Bjorklund half marathon last year in memory of the cousin who changed his outlook on life.
He's inspired me to live. He's inspired me to follow my dreams, to see all the people out there running, from the elites to the last finishers, everyone in between. It was a great experience and one that I'll never forget.
Last year's half marathon was just the start of Ryan's running endeavor. This year's start will be right here on Saturday, Grandma's Marathon, Ryan's first.
Marathons are like a celebration of life. I have run about 600 miles training. I've been running through snow, sleet, rain, wind, freezing temperatures, all that stuff.
18 weeks of training, much of it on the Grandma's course.
It's kind of been a dream of mine for many years now. I just never thought that I could do it. Never really had the time or the desire to want to really do it. It's going to be a very big day in my life, a very proud moment.
An inspired and inspiring run.
I might say something like, go, go. My uncle's been training really hard and I think he's going to do well.
Only achieved Grandma's Marathon Saturday in the great outdoors.
Just enormously proud of how far he's come and the changes he's made in his life.
In Two Harbors, Eric Gullickson, KQDS Fox 21 Sports. A Mr. Minnesota hockey finalist is one of the top players in the state on and off the ice. It implies man, leader, talent, and great stats for a senior. This week's Northern Star has all of those characteristics rolled into one, and he is one of 10 finalists for the award. We share Jake Bischoff's story in this week's Northern Star. On the surface, Grand Rapids senior defenseman Jake Bischoff is a modest captain.
I'm not very fast and I have the hardest shot, but I just try to do all the little things right.
Don't let him fool you. This blue liner is one of the top players in Minnesota.
He gets on the rink for practice or a game, he just takes the whole level of play to another level. He can move the puck, he anticipates where to be, where not to be. He can certainly recover and save you many times. He's just one of those special people and players.
Jake is such a special player, he's able to follow in his father's footsteps to play hockey at the University of Minnesota.
It's a huge honor. Just feel really blessed. I love the campus, love the Mariucci. Mariucci is unbelievable. And I've been a Gopher fan my whole life.
And like Dad, who was drafted by the Minnesota North Stars, Jake heard his name called this summer by the New York Islanders.
It was really special. I felt so honored. I don't know. Just the whole town, I'm pretty sure, texted me or congratulated me somehow.
Jake's not only talented, but he's also the guy the Hawks turn to when the going gets tough.
He's just a great guy. He's a great leader. He loves everyone. He never puts anyone down. And if someone gets down, he'll pick them up. He's an unbelievable guy.
Standing tall against adversity, a characteristic Jake was forced to learn as just a sophomore when he lost his mother to cancer.
It's definitely hard. I don't think about her every day, multiple times a day, all the time. She's always in your head. I don't know. I know she's always there looking over me. I got the best guardian angel out there.
I think about her every day. I think she helps me a lot through my life a lot. She was a great woman. I loved her and still do.
The Bischoffs battled through it. Jake became stronger and even learned how to lead from the sideline after an injury caused him to miss a month of this season.
It's really frustrating, but just try to be positive to the teammates, just be there for them, help them out. It's really all you can do.
He's better now. Jake has helped guide the Hawks to 10 straight wins, including an unbelievable double overtime victory in the Section 7AA semifinals.
Give it all I got every night. Work my hardest. I just try to make plays.
And it's given Jake and the Hawks a chance to reach high school goals they haven't yet in his career. Just one win away from a trip to the X for state.
Been there before, I know how it feels to lose. Definitely don't want to be there again, so we're going to give it everything we got.
Time now for Fox Sports with Eric Gullickson.
The Hermantown boys hockey team won a thrilling double overtime semifinal over Breck to earn their fourth straight trip to the state Class A championship this week. Two-time defending champ St. Thomas Academy, their opponent for their third straight year, trying to end that slide. Well, first period, the Hawks down one. Chris Benson doing his part. Second effort out front, he gets it to go, and that goal allowed the first one cadets have given up in 5 games. He was named the Herb Brooks Award winner for Class A. Hawks would score 3 in the second, including this beauty from UMD recruit Neil Pionk to Ryan Carroll. Hawks up 2 after 2. In the third, the cadets would draw a questionable power play late, and their superstar Tommy Novak would put home the game winner with 8 seconds to play. The cadets down the Hawks 5-4 to complete the three-peat. Needless to say, heartbreak for Hermantown. Big schools playing tonight. Edina leading the AA championship by 2. Duluth East ripping Wayzata 7-2 to take third at state. Marshall School finished its season with a 6-5 win to take the consolation championship. All 3 of our teams go 2-1. The UMD men's hockey team with its last regular season game and last ever regular season game of the WCHA, seniors 7 of them skating off. First period power play working. Mike Seidel to Austin Farley, 16th of the year for him, and it's 1-0 in favor of UMD. Later in the period, another power play. Get the trend. Quick passing. Kaldakowski's pass finds the net. It's 2-0 UMD. Second period, another power play. Joe Basaraba flings the backhand on goal. It's in. 2 more power play goals would go in this game. That ties a school record. It's 5-0 UMD in the third. They're looking for their 4th straight win. The girls' section basketball tournaments wrapped up in Minnesota Friday. The boys in full swing with Section 7A in town. Top-seeded Lakeview Christian Academy facing Fond du Lac. The Lions star Anders Broman going for his 5,000th career point. And Broman wasting little time here in the open floor, finishing with the easy lay-in. LCA up 28-14. 18 of those are by Anders. Just a few minutes later, the big moment, three-pointer, Anders, 5,000 career points. The Lions up 18, but the big story is that guy right there. This one, all LCA. Bjorn Broman, little brother, threading the needle to Jonathan Hardesty for 2. They're up 22. LCA moving on, 101-83, and Anders fire.
I don't think it's sunk in yet, quite yet. I'm just trying to take one game at a time, get back to state. Maybe after the season I'll look back and think about it more, but it's just really a reflection of, first of all, my parents. They've been a huge part of my success, and also my teammates and coaches. They've been there for me. This is really an accomplishment for all of us.
Ely boys roll over Little Fork Big Falls. Cherry advances past Carleton. No update yet from Chisholm MIB, but I did hear the Rangers were up in the second half. The girls met Thursday, Esco and Bram. Boys battling today at Romano Gymnasium. Eskimo is out in front. Casey Staniger gets the hoop and 1 with 28 to help the Eskimos out. They're up 15. Then Staniger up court to Corey Diedrich for the layup and 1. He had 30. Apparently he got his 1,000th point in this game, and the Eskimos are up 16. The lead would get cut to 3. Esco holds off the Storm. Jackson Turner lays it in there. Esco advances 80-70, and they'll play the winner of the next game. Evelyn Gilbert and Virginia also meeting in 7AA. Iron Range rivalry game there. Virginia out in front in the first half. Turnover put home by Dominic Larson as he battles through it. Devils up 7. Golden Bears would fight to tie it up, though. Austin Huyanin hits the layup for 2. It's tied at 24 at halftime. Bears would go in front in the second half. Dane Beasy hits the 3. EG is up by 5. And Virginia, the top seed, wondering what's going on, but they battle all the way to the end, and Cade Stackpole hits this big 3. They never look back from then. Virginia 58, EG 51. The final, they face ESCO in the next round, also at UMD. The Superior girls basketball team with a shot to go to state against Oshkosh North today. Second half is where we pick it up. Superior builds the lead. Alyssa Carell hits for 3. That puts the Spartans up 10. Late in the game, they work it into Jessica Lidstrom. She kicks it out to Abby Clemens. She hits to give Superior a 51-49 lead. This one a battle till the end. Oshkosh would get one chance, down 3, and this shot from the corner is no good. Yeah, that's right. The Spartans are moving on. Their first ticket to state since 1995, beating Oshkosh North 54-51. South Shore also going to state, still unbeaten, 26-0 with the win over Owen Withee. And worth a mention, Kim, former Bulldog Alex Stalock got called up to the San Jose Sharks today, and he made an appearance in the game. They did lose, but he made some big saves, so good for him getting up to the NHL.
That's exciting.
It's rare these days for an athlete from anywhere to compete at multiple college sports, especially at the Division I level, and Duluth's Alexia Klaas is set to do just that right here in town. Well, kind of. Klaas committed to Minnesota Duluth. The announcement coming via Twitter today for both Division I women's hockey and Division II softball. The junior forward Duluth Northern Star had 16 goals and 11 assists in 25 games last season, according to the Hockey Hub. Klaas also played a big role for the Duluth-Denfeld softball team and was in the Twin Cities today and couldn't be reached for comment, but said she is on her way to be a Bulldog, so congratulations. Well, fighting and hockey go hand in hand, just not usually at the high school girls level. But tonight, Proctor High School hosted the Cud Peterson Memorial Smoker amateur boxing match to raise money for the Proctor Hermantown Mirage. A fight night for girls hockey, and organizers say it's a win for all sides involved.
We got about 5 guys on the card tonight showing their hard work and dedication over the last few months, and also having a fundraiser for the girls hockey team here. So it's great. Love it, being able to help both sports out.
What a great venue. What a great opportunity for these kids to show off their talents. Anything they can do to help us is great for our cause.
Staying on the ice, Mitch Korn has been a goalie coach in the National Hockey League for over 20 seasons, first with the Buffalo Sabres and currently with the Nashville Predators. He's coached goalies like Grant Fuhr, Dominic Hasek, Pekka Rinne, just to name a few. Korn has been working to create better defensemen and goalies in the Northland for the last dozen years or so as well. In a week-long clinic he holds, Mitch and his coaching staff, like former Greyhounds Jake Randolph and Nate Rapensky, are working with dozens of kids this week to teach them the best ways to keep the puck out of the net.
Goaltending is like a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, and our job is to help them put the pieces together. Even NHL goalies, it takes till age 28 or 30 for them to get all 1,000 pieces together. And with these kids, we're hoping to put a few of them together to help make their game better.
Speaking of the NHL, the playoffs continue tonight. It's tied at 1 in the third, but the awards were coming out before the game started. Minnesota Wild defenseman Ryan Suter was a finalist for the Norris Trophy, and top all-around defenseman would be that honor, but Suter not the winner this time around. P.K. Subban of the Montreal Canadiens, he claimed the award. Not bad for Suter's first year with the Wild. A 4-run sixth inning doomed the Twins on Friday as the Tigers took Game 1 at Target Field. Well, the Twins were looking to bounce back in a big way tonight against the division-leading Tigers in Game number 2. And we'll pick it up in the fourth. Twins down 2. Trevor Plouffe, he's doing the business. A 2-run home run to left center field. His 5th. Fresh off the DL, feeling so good, and it's tied at 2. In the 6th, Twins up 1. Joe Mauer adding to that lead with the clutch single, bringing in Chris Parmalee, Brian Dozier, and those are the eventual winning runs. 5-2 Twins, they hold on for the lead and the win. They even the series with a 6-3 victory. Well, Brewers taking on the Reds today after placing Ryan Braun on the 15-day disabled list with the thumb injury. And his replacement did some big things, but not that guy. That's Juan Francisco. He gets one into the seats, just out of the field there. A 2-run shot, his 6th, 4-0 Milwaukee. In the 6th, Logan Schaefer is that fill-in, and he's finding the green grass there into the corner. That's a double. Aramis Ramirez, Jonathan Lucroy scores 6-0 Brewers, and that's what they win by. A nice win for the Crew. They even the series the first time they beat the Reds this year. The Huskies beat division-leading Waterloo Friday, and they're leading again tonight by a run in the 4th. The game is currently in a rain delay, 3-2. Grandma's Marathon is just 1 week away. I can't believe it. And the same spirit of competition was in full effect tonight down in Cloquet. The first hopefully annual Cloquet Open track and field meet was held tonight at the high school. Runners of all ages competed in open events to help raise money for the Lumberjack track and field team. The cost $10 per competitor of all ages, and organizer Tim Prosen says it's a fun way to stay active between the state's biggest races.
To have a meet for our athletes once the season ended, but also for alumni and all the parents and the families. We saw it as a good time between the state track meet and Grandma's Marathon, kind of an open weekend where there's a lot of excitement for track. Just have a fun community get-together within Cloquet here.
They got a nice night for it. Well, U.S. Open Golf Championships, 3 rounds in the books. Phil Mickelson still in the lead. Could go wire to wire tomorrow at Marion. We'll see how that goes, but we'll be right back. Last look at your weather and a whale of a sighting.